John, it's Raven. Damn it, John, where the hell are you? I think I have a line on Creed. That job I got with Kelly is good for some things. He's doing oversight on a black-budget program, codenamed Wide Awake. What's this have to do with Creed? Well, guess who took a job with them? I don't know what kind of favor you owe that's worth messing with a rabies case like Creed. But if you want to find him, Wide Awake's the best place to start. The main facility is located in the southwest. Personal log. Representative Robert Kelly.
For 5 years, the Federal Council on Mutant Activities studied the security risk posed by mutants. And their conclusion? Mutants could be a threat. Could be. All I have to do is look in the newspaper to verify that mutants are a very real and present danger. There's a girl in New York who can read minds. A young man in Nebraska can generate an optic blast from his eyes. There's even a young woman in Africa who can control the weather. Potential threat indeed.
Personal log. Boulevard Trask.
I must say, I was very reluctant to accept Kelly's invitation to join Project Wide Awake. We have a lot to learn about the mutant phenomenon. But the Congressman seems to already view them as a threat. I have nothing against them. In fact, I find them quite fascinating. But how could I decline the chance to work with the best and brightest minds in genetics?
Personal log. Boulevard Trask.
Kelly stopped by the lab today to regale me with another of his many speeches about the mutant menace. I do respect him, but it was all I could do not to laugh. Mutants and humans should have no problem living together peacefully. We just need to understand them. And that's what I'm striving for in my work.
Anyone without a weapon better leave right now.
Protect us!
He's not going anywhere!
Surrender, mutant.
Personal log. Representative Robert Kelly.
The bureaucrats have finally come to their senses and commissioned Project Wide Awake, a covert operation designed to deal with the mutant menace that's growing within our borders. And although I had to call in every political favor owed me, I was able to convince them to appoint me the head of the project. Now, we can move forward with what should have been a priority 10 years ago. The protection of the human race.
Not so tough now, are you, bub?
We strive to create technologies that will enrich the lives of...
Personal log. Boulevard Trask.
My work on detection of the mutant gene is advancing even faster than I had hoped. I've now developed a device that can scan blood simply by placing it in contact with skin. While creating this technology, I've begun to realize that mutants are a threat, but only to themselves when their powers first activate. And this is where I hope mutant detection will have the greatest benefit. If we can find mutants before they become active, we can help them prepare.
Level 5 clearance required.
This unit has activated all weapon systems.
What? How?
Excuse me. Do you have level 5 clearance?
Yes, of course, but...
Scan verified. Welcome, Dr. Lathrop.
Thanks, Doc. Raven Darkholme.
Logan.
You smell pretty good. For a corpse.
After what happened in Africa, being dead was the best way of staying alive.
What exactly did happen, darling?
Team, we have a situation. Logan, you're closest to Nord's last known position. Go find him.
Yes, sir.
And Logan, if you see Raven Darkholme, consider her compromised.
You'd have an easier time sneaking up on me, darling, if I didn't already know your scent. Like I was saying, you're supposed to be dead.
I'm a lot of things.
Things that need to remain secret. You're a mutant? I should have known.
What are you doing here, Logan?
I heard your phone message to Wraith. I came here looking for Victor Creed.
So this is all your fault. Wraith came here looking for Creed too. He got caught.
Yeah. And now you're here looking for Wraith. Small world. But why?
Here's a comm unit so we can keep in contact. We'll cover more ground if we split up.
You gonna answer my question?
Help me find Wraith, and I'll tell you everything you want to know. Find a way to open those doors while I see if I can go hack into their mainframe.
All right. I'll help you. But then I'm going after Creed.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Personal log. Boulevard Trask.
There was an incident in the lab this morning. A mutant attacked Dr. Schilder. Now he's in intensive care with third-degree burns over half of his body. Perhaps we should start sedating test subjects to prevent this from happening again.
Time to get to work.
Tell me, mutant, does that metal
Run through your entire body?
Now, why don't you come down here and find out?
all
Mutants seem to labor under the impression that they're special. Better than humans. Homo superior. Bah! I know the truth. You're freaks of nature. Aberrations. You're a cancer that
must be eradicated before you kill off humanity.
Bub, you picked a real bad day to give me this speech.
Are you threatening me, mutant? Security will be here soon enough. But in the meantime, let me show you how I intend on
Ridding the Earth of your kind.
Get back, freak! You're nothing more than an animal that should be terminated!
Then what are you waiting for? Shoot me!
Ah!
Personal log. Bolivar Trask.
Kelly was furious at last week's attack on Dr. Schilder. He was livid, proclaiming that all mutants should be exterminated. But I refuse to subscribe to this murderous ideology. All we need to do is study them and determine how to help them control their powers. Or for those who refuse to work within the system, learn how to control their powers for them.
Personal log. Bolivar Trask.
I wish it hadn't come to this, but from now on, all test subjects are to be heavily sedated. Injuries have been occurring far too often at the lab. I don't understand it. Don't the mutants realize we're trying to help them?
Personal log. Representative Robert Kelly.
I've just signed a contract with Shaw Industries. They are now primary suppliers of equipment to our project. Sebastian Shaw, the owner of the company, seems like a very trustworthy individual. I think I can count on him to keep our dealings a secret from the American public.
Welcome, Dr. Trask. Access granted.
The door's unlocked. Dawn, what am I looking at?
Let me patch into security cameras and find out. It's hard to tell. Let me check out the database. Oh my god. They did it. They built it.
What did they build?
A weapon designed to detect and terminate mutants. This is the Mark I Sentinel.
It's big. I'll give him that.
Don't you see, Logan?
Oh, get out of
Once
my
they
way.
build an army of these, it's going to be the end of our race. There's no way we can win.
Personal log. Bolivar Trask.
Several test subjects banded together last night and left the facility without authorization. 2 innocent people died and 6 others were injured. I have tried to keep an open mind towards mutants, to treat them as equals, but I don't know if that's wise anymore.
Personal log. Bolivar Trask.
An Omega-level test subject woke up during experimentation today. 23 close friends and colleagues died in the radiation blast. I personally terminated the offending mutant. We cannot allow this to ever happen again.
Personal log. Bolivar Trask.
After some very deep soul-searching, I find I must agree with Kelly. Mutants will never be able to coexist with humans. They are prideful and violent. They see themselves as the next step in evolution. It's only logical that once their numbers are large enough, they'll exterminate us. Therefore, I say we strike first and make sure not one of them is left alive.
Should be up ahead, beyond that nearby door.
How do I know I can trust you, darling?
You obviously don't remember Africa too well.
Sir, I found Nord.
And Darkholm?
Yep, found her too.
And she's got a gun to your boy's head. Stand down, Colonel.
We don't have time for this. Eliminate her, Logan.
Logan, do you realize Stryker's asking you to commit a war crime?
Ms. Darkholm is no longer entitled to the protection of the United States government. Eliminate her.
Damn it, Logan. Do you even know what your mission is here?
She's interfering with a mission-critical aspect of this operation.
Yeah, I'm flagging the play on wholesale murder.
Take her out, Captain. That's an order.
Sir, she's down.
I'm disappointed, Logan. Wraith, tie her up. Logan, there's one more emitter to take down. Think you can handle that?
Sir? Yes, sir. The last emitter's down.
Villains popped up straight on my scanner. Send in the coordinates.
So when are you gonna tell me why you're still breathing?
You know the deal, Logan. First we find Wraith, then I'll tell you everything. It's just through those doors. Logan, you're entering the weapon testing sector. Data shows they've been prototyping hand lasers for the Sentinels. That might be our ticket to destroying the Sentinel head.
Personal log. Representative Robert Kelly.
I absolutely despise meeting with Colonel Stryker. The Jackal controls my supply of test subjects and isn't afraid to let me know it. This time I had to bribe him with information on the location of a school of mutants in New York State. I've been looking into the creation of my own Team X, so I don't have to rely on Stryker. The day that happens, I'm going to inform him personally, just to watch the smile fade from his smug face.
Personal log. Bolivar Trask.
I've done it. I've developed a machine that's not only capable of detecting mutants, but it can also terminate them. It's still only in its initial phase of planning, but once they're in full production, Sentinels will have no trouble in combating the mutant menace.
Meeting recording. Project Wide Awake Executive Chamber.
I would like to welcome the new members of the Project Wide Awake Committee. I know that we are of one mind now, and that we will accomplish great things.
Thank you, Representative Kelly. We look forward to following your lead in protecting mankind from the mutant menace.
And with that, let me introduce the Sentinel Mark I. It is the single most powerful fighting weapon known to mankind. I intend on building an army of these, with the explicit directive to exterminate every living mutant.
An excellent idea, sir. You have the committee's full backing.
Let's do this.
Logan, you've got to get that Sentinel hand to the upper floor. It's the only way we're going to get past that Sentinel head and rescue Wraith.
great.
I'll take care of this one.
Come on, I would have figured a way in.
You always knew how to make an entrance.
Thanks.
I was talking to her.
She's rescuing you. You know she's still alive. Right, who do I have to gut to get some explanations here?
No one. I promised you answers, and I make good on my promises.
I'm guessing you remember Africa, and the situation we found ourselves in with Raven here.
Logan, move on those coordinates. Wraith, dispatch Ms. Darkholme with prejudice.
Sir?
We can't risk the mission. Take her out. Lieutenant?
Double tap to the chest, sir. Subject is dead. I've never had a problem killing the enemy, but I draw the line at murder.
There's nothing sexier than a man with a conscience.
Africa was the beginning of the end. I quit a couple months later. I couldn't take rounding up mutants.
Rounding them up? Why?
Didn't stay around long enough to find out. Creed was the only one on the team that didn't seem to mind. Hell, he enjoyed it.
That bastard.
Where were the mutants sent?
Alkali Lake. This place and somewhere called the Island.
Alright, that must be where I'll find Creed. Nord mentioned something about an island. Does that mean anything to you?
Nope, but maybe Dukes knows. He and Nord used to be tight.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go pay Dukes a visit.
If we can get to the roof, we can take a chopper off this rock.
I could teleport Raven and me up top, but you're gonna have to get there on your own, Logan.
Don't sweat it.
Logan, you and Wraith can go after Creed, but you have to tell me where Alkali Lake is. I want to pay that mutant prison a visit.
Will do.
You be careful, Miss Darkholme. That's my son you're carrying in there.
See you up top.
What you think of the name, Kurt?
Ready to go.
Something very big and very pissed is right on my tail. You and Raven have to leave now.
What about you?
I'll figure something out. Now get the hell out of here.
Roger that. Good luck, buddy.
Thanks. I'm gonna need it.
Should have had him crash closer to town.